Graphica and HBO Vice, two running dogs of the CCP, colluded in the lies-infested Vice program. Graphica escalated from providing a cover for CCP's online influence campaigns, which used hijacked and fake accounts attacking Miles and the Hong Kong protesters, to directly assaulting Miles and the followers of the whistleblower movement, whom, according to Graphica's findings, used authentic social media accounts to distribute information. In its report titled Ants in a Web, published in May 2021, Graphica accused Miles and the followers of disseminating online disinformation and promoting real-world harassment campaigns against anti-CCP dissidents. In Episode 6, we introduced the concept of unrestricted warfare. In his 2019 book, Stealth War: How China Took Over Why Americans' Elite Slept, General Robert Spalding also revealed some great information on the Chinese Communist Party's infiltration into American society and institutions using deception. Substituting truth with falsehood is the most pivotal key to CCP's success. Through rogue media like HBO Vice and investigation reports mixing real information with disinformation done by Graphica, the CCP has effectively implanted falsehood in people's minds. Without firing a single bullet, the CCP has kept winning the war against democratic countries until Miles and the whistleblower movement came along. In this Vice series, so far we have spent 11 episodes painstakingly walking you through these deceptions. Isabel Yang, a brave award-winning reporter fighting for human rights in war-torn parts of the world. Wei Jianshan, a successful venture capitalist committed to channeling a better relationship between China and America. Graphica, a credible social media tech intelligence agency dedicated to exposing disinformation and foreign influence operations. Every fiction writer knows the deadliest villain is the one no one saw coming. Of course, for these villains to work effectively, they have to earn people's trust first. It is why they all look convincing and spotless to most people from outside. We will now introduce the next villain, anti-CCP dissidents, mentioned in Graphica's Ants in a Web. Although every phony anti-CCP dissident has his or her uniqueness, here we only provide you with some general background information on this group. We leave the specifics to the next episode. Where did these phony pro-democracy activists come from? Two subgroups emerged. The first group was once genuine pro-democracy activists. However, they learned over time that standing up against a powerful totalitarian state has dire consequences. They lost strength after experiencing pain and adversity in life. When the CCP targeted these individuals using temptations, threats, and coercion, they caved in. To sabotage the anti-CCP and pro-democracy movement overseas, the Ministry of National Security, the Secret Service of the CCP, adopted a sinister strategy, ruining the reputation of the democratic movement and eliminating the threat by joining and leading the movement. This strategy led to the formation of the second group, which are direct recruits hired and/or trained by the CCP for the sole purpose of infiltrating and ruining the overseas anti-CCP pro-democracy movement. Regardless of how they end up working for the CCP, we name this group pro-democracy imposters, or Wei Nei in Chinese, who pretend to be pro-democracy activists under the disguise of a trusting scholar, professor, lawyer, artist, or priest. These covert agents, spies, or collaborators of the CCP become an important infantry in the CCP's unrestricted warfare against the free world. Under the banner of the anti-CCP pro-democracy movement, these pro-democracy imposters insult, smear, defame, and sell out the true anti-CCP dissidents, such as Miles and the followers of the whistleblower movement. They function as the CCP's overseas propaganda arm to disseminate and amplify misinformation via print and digital media, including social media. They infiltrate various levels of Western government and institutions, civilian organizations, communities, and professional societies. They spy on other Chinese people who fled China to pursue democracy, and then corrupt and coerce them into working for the CCP, or disencourage them from opposing the CCP. They pose a real threat to civil societies. So what price a real anti-CCP warrior has to pay? We will let Miles tell you that.
Then I go to the camera screen, I go to projects. They are kill me because I purchased the student I gave the money, donate the money. They arrest me, kill my brother in front of me in my face. They send me jail. It's the 22 months. They are killing this, this on the cop. 8 months torture me. I look at the body. Still know everything pencil everywhere. My mother died because this. They kill my brother. They arrest my college 270 people. They face them. We are as a family as 100 billion, and I lose everything. Every day, I get threatened. They want to try to kill me. They arrested my wife and my daughter 2 times. They are, they sent my brother in the jail 2 times, 3 times, 5 years, 6 years in the jail. They sent my cousin in the jail. They are in American create 60, 70 case. It's a word for me. I'm the #1 in the social media. Get a woman army attacked me, make a rumor me, say you voice attacked me. The only one reason, right? They want to take down me. I want to take down CCP.